A couple of weeks ago the doorbell rang, and the postie stood package in hand. I asked him what he had for me, but he really wasn't able to expand. I took the parcel from him. Had Christmas come early, perhaps? Guess what it had inside it? A book about drawing RPG maps. It was a gift from a mate up north who lives on the Orcadian Isle. He really knows me, I thought, as I turned the pages with a smile. I rushed to get some cartography started, and the kids wanted to draw with me. Then followed a festival of map making. Well, we drew 2 or 3. But most importantly were my thoughts about the value of this friend who'd got me this excellent gift, and upon him I knew I could depend. There's a book I read called Lost Connections, which is all about stuff like this, and why we should cultivate relationships that enhance our life experience bliss. Different people can fill different roles and float in and out of your life, but true friends will always be there for the good times and also the strife. So let me tell you a little bit about some of the people I adore. In no particular order, of course. Listen on if you want to know more. There's my Orcadian GP pal of the map drawing book fame. He's got me in and out of trouble, but mostly he's been to blame. We lived together at university, lots of mischief had without regret. We share a love of Star Wars, although he's a bit obsessed with Boba Fett. We play the Xbox when time allows and stay in touch as best as we can, which brings me on to my online mates, our Magic Space Points gaming clan. Some of these people I've never met, which might cause some of you to frown. But forming these sorts of friendships really helped in the COVID lockdown. No matter what the time of day, there'd be someone to chat to. From Aberdeen to the Hawaiian Islands, they all helped to pull me through. Next there is my triathlon bestie, whom I now call my Iron Wife. She is someone I truly admire and has led the most fantastic life. She's seen a huge amount of the world and worked and lived all over the place. Scotland and New Zealand to start, but recently Antarctica and Everest Base. But certainly the thing I respect the most, she's generous, insightful and kind, forever thinking of others, qualities we should all keep in mind. My most inventive mate lives in the Burg. His creative skills are second to none. By day he's a general practitioner. By night he wields a pyrograph and glue gun. I cursed the tons of single-use plastic from the lateral flow tests I did on me. But this guy glued them and then sprayed them and hung them as baubles on his Christmas tree. One of my friends has a weird Lego passion. I don't share this and I think it's a bit mad. But my son does, and as a result, he's become like a second dad. We both really dislike gravity and the effect it has on the scales, but we share our non-scale victories and supportive weight loss tales. Now on to the comedian from London, who makes me laugh and laugh and laugh. He has an insatiable thirst for knowledge, and he never does things by half. He loves to cook and entertain and put out dish after dish after dish, all the while conducting the conversation in an accent my son calls Lundish. Then there's the guy that encouraged me to doodle labels for his brewery, but that's a story of living aligned values and he'll be getting his very own elegy. The G-Man is my oldest friend and reminds me of a simpler time. Throughout school and his law career, his sage words kept me in line. Even though we hardly see each other, I recall the games as kids we'd play. And when we do actually get together, it's like we saw each other yesterday. Then there are my running pals, and they all stay near my home, who get the joy of listening to me as I breathlessly whine and moan. However, they really provide a vital role. As we run on trails which are cold and muddy, I am theirs and they are mine, and we are each other's accountability. I've left plenty of people out, and this poem isn't meant as a boast, but I wanted to demonstrate how friendships in life help us get out the most. These people seem to be able to get the best out of me. They are there when things are going great, but also show up for the catastrophe. I think that it's so important to surround yourself with your tribe, and I know that sometimes finding them might be a lot harder than I describe. But when certain folk cross your path, make sure that you have an open mind, and perhaps within that stranger a new best friend you will find.